Hello, everyone. This is Reginald Stinson, and I want to welcome you to our 10K Earners Hangout. And on this Hangout here tonight, we basically have a panel of people that have earned at least $10,000 or more with BS Domination. And let me mute out Dana. Okay, sorry about that. But anyway, we have people on the panel tonight that have earned at least $10,000 or more on the panel tonight. This is a relaxed environment. We are ordinary people here. As you can tell, I didn't shave this morning. Actually, I didn't shave in about a week. And the cool thing about having a home business is that you really don't, have to do that if you don't choose to. I actually been tied up working on a lot of things in the background for the team, so I really didn't have any time to do that. However, regardless of what your background is, regardless of what you look like, none of that stuff really matters. Your, degree, your any other credential, that you would probably have to attain in corporate America is not what you technically have to do here in a home-based business arena with DS Domination. So a little bit about myself, and I'm going to give these people on the panel here tonight an opportunity to share with you their stories and how this company has changed and transformed their life. A little bit about myself. I've been in DS Domination. I believe we're going into the 11th month, so it's almost a year. I believe this month is 10 months. I actually got started. I came from a company to where, well, I jumped from company to company early on. Did okay in the industry for the most part. The final company, a previous company before this one, I felt like I reached a point in my business to where I felt like I was selling pipe dreams in a sense, because I was the one making money. The majority, probably 99.9% of the team was not, for the most part. And the super sad thing about it is that most people that I signed up with the way the system was set up probably were not going to make any money. So it reached a point in business where money became guilt money, and it began to feel uncomfortable for me to even market this and tell people about it. So I decided, later on, after being with that company for about 3 years almost, I decided to take a hiatus from the industry. I was completely done with the home-based business industry. I wasn't going to recruit anymore. I don't know what I was going to do, something weird, CPA marketing, I don't know. But one day I was in church, and actually a friend of mine had called me, and he was calling about a capture page or something like that. And I gave him that information, and we hadn't talked in a while, so I asked, what is it that he was into? What was he doing? And he was telling me he was selling on eBay. And that was something I always been interested in doing, but I couldn't figure out how to do it successfully. So long story short, he told me about DS Domination. I signed up the same night. My first week I made $1,100. 10 months later, I'm well over $350,000 in profit. In profit since being with the company, DS Domination, and we have created a lot of success stories on our team. I'm not the only one making money finally, and that feels great. Aside from that, my wife, she does not have to work anymore. I retired her last year. She's a stay-at-home mom, watching after our kids, doing that type of stuff. And I'm here as well every day. I don't have a job. Haven't had a job in my 3-4 years or so, and that's truly a blessing. So this company has allowed us to also purchase 3 cars cash, and also we're about to buy a house cash next year as well. We're going to get that built from the ground up. So it has really provided a lifestyle. I'm not going to say that I didn't think was possible, but to actually see it happening, it's unbelievable at times. Sometimes I have to pinch myself and be like, wow, this is actually happening. And it's not only just happening for me, it's happening for so many other people. So it's like a dream come true. So with that being said, I am going to go to Becky again, to my left, and I'm going to allow her to share with you her story and what DS Domination has done for her.
Thanks, Reginald. Can you hear me?
Loud and clear. Go ahead.
Awesome. Hello, everyone. I just wanted to share my story. My name is Becky, and I'm in Goose Creek, South Carolina. And, when I first started with DS Domination on January the 12th of this year, I was on a Hangout just like this, and I saw all the little faces at the bottom, and I was like, yeah, right, they're probably not making $10,000 a month or whatever, because my mind didn't think about it that way. But I found that what you believe that you can achieve if you just think about it. And so I grew up in a small town called North South Carolina, went to a very tiny school, and my motto was I was just going to go to school and go to school and go to school so I could just have a comfortable life. And I did. I mean, I kept going to school and kept going to school, so I have 2 master's degrees. Shoot, I even have a PhD out in the garage, post hole diggers. But along with all those degrees comes a whole lot of student loan debt. And when I first started with DS Domination, I was like, well, I'll try it out. And I said, well, let me just see if I can pay my cell phone bill this month. So I set a small goal. Well, my very first month, not only did I pay my cell phone bill, but I paid my husband's too. I think my profit was about maybe $100 and some change. So I was super excited about that. And of course, I was telling everyone about it. And so then I followed the training. It's very simple, just copy and paste. And I kept following the training, and the next month I made a little more, and the next month a little more. And so so I set a personal goal that I wanted to earn $10K in 90 days. And every day I took action to achieve that goal. I was listing on eBay, copying and pasting, and I did it. I did achieve $10,000 in 90 days. Well, then I have one product. I found it on Easter of this year, and I listed it on Amazon. And for the month of June, my profit was $15,000. And this month in July, I've already passed $15,000 profit. So that's no recruiting. I do have a team, and they're wonderful. But I'm just here to say that you don't have to recruit to make money with this company. If you choose to, you can, but it's not necessary. Now, all of you out there are watching, you're like, yeah, right. And I mean, there's only 6 excuses that you can give. I need to talk to my spouse. I don't have the money. I don't have the time. You can't afford not to pay the $20 to start. So just go ahead and push the button below. And for those of you out there that need to pray about it, I pray to God right now that He opens the 2,000 eyes that are on this webinar for you to see the opportunity that you have sitting in front of you.
Awesome. Thank you, Becky. Thank you, Becky. And another question I have for you, but before I ask that question, is for people that saying they don't have $20, I mean, you shouldn't be okay with not having $20 in the bank. You should not be okay with that. And if you don't do something now, tonight, to change your current situation, where are you going to be the next 5 years from now? Where are you going to be next month? Are you still going to be using the same excuse that you don't have $20? You know, and it takes me back when I first got started in the home-based business industry entirely in 2006. You know, technically speaking, we didn't have a lot of money in the bank. Actually, we didn't have any money at all. But we took things and pawned them to get the money to get started, because I knew that if I didn't take initiative and take action immediately, this was the life that we were probably going to live for a very long time. So we took movies and pawned them. We took DVDs and pawned them. We took electronics. We did whatever we had to do to come up with the funds so that we wouldn't be saying the same thing 10, 15 years from now that we don't have the money. So I urge you all to really look at your situation where you are now and make a decision today to change it. Now, Becky, you said you made $20-something thousand. And again, we're talking about money, so let me throw out the disclaimer. Your results may vary. We're not guaranteeing any type of result at all. You know, we don't know your work ethic. You may come in and not do anything at all. However, we are sharing with you tonight what's possible if you go to work. Now, Becky, you said you've done $20-something thousand or something with DS Domination. So how does that feel, and how has that changed your family life? I mean, what are you doing with that money?
It feels really good, and as you probably see in my tagline below, I have tons of student loan debt, and so I am just sticking the money away, and I'm going to pay off my student loan debt. That's my goal. So I haven't really bought anything frivolously. I did buy a Mac.
Okay, that's good. That's awesome. And I know how it feels to pay off student loans. I probably don't have had as much as you did, but I was paying on my student loans for at least 7, 8 years or so going to school just to put the loans back in deferment so I wouldn't have to pay them. So I definitely been there, and I know how that feels, and it feels great to actually pay them off. I actually just paid mine off a few months ago. So thank you for jumping out, and also for you all that are on here, when I call you, if you can, jump off so we can allow other people to jump on. We got other people that are waiting. So thank you, Becky. All right, next we're going to go to Dante. I don't know where he's from, but we're gonna let him jump out and share his story, man. I'm super excited for him, man. He's a rock star. He's quiet in the background, but he's quietly making a fortune with DS Domination, crushing it. So Dante, go ahead and jump out and share your DS Domination experience and how this company has changed your life.
Okay. Can everybody hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I started online marketing about a year and a half ago, and I pretty much promoted like 7 different companies at the same time, made the leaderboard and on all of them, but I still didn't even see the amount of money that I made or saw in DS Domination. I bought 200 products, pretty much with little or no results. And when I joined DS Domination around, what was it, September time, I saw results like within 3 weeks of me joining, and I made money, so I knew that the system worked. I still didn't take full advantage of it at that time, but while I wasn't taking full advantage of it, I lost my job. Okay, so I didn't have a job, and then I had little to no money at the time. So and that money that I had to spend to go down and find a job in New Orleans at that point. And so I was pretty much sleeping on a person's couch who I just met like that day or something like that, who I was working with. But I never left I never stopped paying the $20 that I for the DS Domination. After I got my first check, I jumped and upgraded. Then I got the second check, I upgraded again because I knew at that point I couldn't do anything but go up, because I was already down at that point. I couldn't do anything. I was already homeless. I barely had money. I needed some type of freedom. I needed to breathe. So that was me in the corner, and DS Domination was my outlet. So I knew I had to win at it, and I knew it was already a proven system. After that, I got all the products week after week. I started to see a lot of success the next month. Okay, as soon as I got all the products the next month, I started to see success. I started to make $1,000. I started to make $1,500, $2,000, and things like that. And it pretty much changed my life, because I was able to go straight and get me an apartment. B, make more than what my boss was making now. And when I started, he was making way more than everybody. So I started to make more than him. And now I choose to go to work, and I'm just out here biding my time till the lease is up. That's pretty much all I'm doing. So I love DS Domination. It changed my life. It gave me freedom to pretty much do what I want to do. I can tell people that I want to go to work. I'm not going to work. I can do what I want to do. Right now, while all my coworkers and stuff at work, I'm here because I can choose to do that. And they can't fire me because I make more than they do. They need me. So that's pretty much it.
Okay, awesome. And I hope people are paying attention, because some people be like, oh, they're telling those same stories, whatever. Even though I don't think we ever heard your story on a Hangout.
Right.
But you said you were homeless. So you went from being homeless to making more than your boss.
Yeah, I made more than him. I made $1,600 still coming in. I still haven't processed a couple of orders. I need to do those before tomorrow. But I made more than him this weekend alone. Now he made the whole week.
Okay, wait a minute. So you go from being homeless, I'm saying almost, but you were homeless, to making more than your boss and basically making more than him over the span of a weekend. So how does that feel, man? I mean, how does it feel?
It's kind of funny, but and the funny part about it is I told him to join me, and it's just like the pride won't let him. So I guess I like it. I'm just trying to do more. I'm trying to pretty much help people out and get to the point where I'm at. It's no excuse not to join. Like I could have made a lot of excuses not to pay the $20 a month, and I didn't even have it to pay. So, and if I can do it, anybody can do it. No, I don't think no one started off where I started off at. You see what I'm saying? I didn't even think that I could even make it this far. I thought I could probably make around about $800, $900 a month doing it, and that would have been okay with me. That would have been fine with that, just because I never made over $1,000 in all the 7 companies that I was in at the same time. I made it once and then dropped back down again, and that was like a glimpse of it. Other than that, I never made over like $1,000 consistently.
Okay, so how are you doing this? Can you share with people how you're doing it? Because again, there's people out there that have seen these type of business models before the home-based business industry, and they think it's all about recruiting. So I want you to share with people how you're making money.
I really don't recruit. I really don't. But I pretty much just log on to the back office, watch the training. I watch one video at a time, and whatever they tell me to do at that point, I stop the video and I go and implement it. I make sure everything is right. I go to the next video and do the same thing. After I did that, it just became a habit, and it's just pretty much copy, paste, and that's pretty much all I do. And I just do it all the time. Now I'm able to just sit back and do what I want to do. I can go to the store and make money, or I can talk on the phone or watch TV if I want to make money because of the work I put in already by watching a couple of videos.
Yeah, so you're making money with the product, correct?
Right.
Okay, awesome. So this is one of those things what really set this company apart is that DS Domination, again, to my knowledge, correct me if I'm wrong, but I've never seen a company where people can actually go out there and make this type of money with the product. Becky, she made $20-something thousand with the product, using the product. This is not recruiting. Same thing with Dante. He's making thousands of dollars weekly using the product. So if you don't want to build a team, or if you don't want to start out building a team because your confidence may be shot due to previous experiences in other companies, you don't have to. You can literally come in, apply the training that we have here in DS Domination, and be extremely successful. So if you're looking at this Hangout, you should thank the person who invited you first of all, and you should click the green button below to get started. $20 get you in the door. You know, I'm not going to say try it out. I'm going to say do it for $20. We wasted $20 on some of everything probably this week. I actually spent $50 on breakfast this morning at Cracker Barrel, you know, for the entire family. So we spend money all the time unconsciously on things, you know, such as like that without even thinking about it. But when it comes to a life-changing decision, such as you getting started with a business like this, that, again, from homeless to thousands of dollars a week, you know, that's unbelievable in itself. Some of you all may be in similar situations, or some situations that may not be as severe, and you still have an opportunity to not even have to, you know, experience or encounter what he did. So again, I urge you all to just take action now and go ahead and get started. Thank you for jumping out, Dante. So now we're going to move to Mr. Denver Dave out of Denver. Obviously is in his name. So go ahead and jump out, bro, and tell people a little bit about yourself and your DS Domination story.
All right. Thank you, Reggie. Can you hear me okay?
Loud and clear.
Awesome, awesome. Man, I got to tell you, Reggie, I knew 2014 was going to be a special year, guys. It has been a spectacular year. So much going on in DS Domination, and particularly on this team, the Unit of Prosperity. I have been online for a lot of years in a lot of programs, and I have never, ever seen anything like what we have here in the Unit of Prosperity in teams in terms of the camaraderie, the support we give each other. It's like an extended family. It's a business family, and I cannot say how much I appreciate every single one of you guys here and everyone else on the team. So with that being said, I joined DS Domination back in November, and ever since then, it has totally changed my life. When I first got started, I was already in another program, and much like you, Reggie, I had, you know, the guilt money. You know, I was able to build a team, and it felt like, well, my team wasn't doing well. So, excuse me, I felt sort of bad that I was really the only one able to really have any success. So I didn't feel good about that. But then I got a call from my sponsor, Kerry, Mr. Excitement. He said, hey, you know about DS Domination, man. Have you heard about it? And I said, yeah, you know, as a matter of fact, I have. I was on the call in September when Roger first announced it, but because I was in the other program, I've been beat up with a lot of those other programs, I said, you know what, I'm just going to kind of wait, but I wanted to keep my finger on the pulse. It just made sense to me when I heard it. I knew nothing about eBay at all, but I know enough about eBay to know e-commerce in general is like a gold mine, $1 trillion industry, right? So I said, well, I'm going to keep my eye on DS Domination. So when I got the call from Mr. Excitement, I said, yeah, I know about it. I said, let me send me your link. Let me look closer at it. I need to kind of know a little bit more before I jump aboard. Excuse me. So he sends me his link, and I get signed up. I said, wow, you know what? This has potential. So it was around the holiday, somewhere around Thanksgiving, so it's my birthday and everything. And I didn't dive into the videos right away because it was a holiday, but once I did, a few days later, maybe a week later, I went ahead and listed a few items. I listed maybe 5 items. I didn't know much about eBay. I just listed them like I was taught in the training. I went over to the golf course, and yes, we can golf in Colorado in November, okay? The secret's out. You can ski and golf in the same day in Colorado. But anyway, I go over to the golf course, and before I even get to the first hole, my phone goes cha-ching, and I knew what it was because everybody was talking about the cha-ching, you know, and I just freaked out. I was like, man, it's confirmed. This works. That's all I needed. All I needed to know is that it works because I captured the vision immediately. I knew, man, e-commerce is the wave of the future. Everything's going broadband. Everything's on the internet. People are way more comfortable spending online. This is a gold mine. I knew it. So there I was approaching the first golf hole. I was rushing through the round to try to hurry up, and my buddies were like, why are you rushing? Well, I didn't know eBay well enough to know I had enough time to ship that item out without rushing home to ship the item. I had the 24-hour policy set as in the training, 24 to 48 hours to ship the item. But it really, at that moment, I knew we had something here. So ever since then, it's been, what, 8 months since I've been in DS Domination. It has been spectacular. It's been life-changing. I'm telling you guys, if you're not in DS Domination, you are missing the money train. Back to you, Reg.
Thanks, man. You was short, man. I'm proud of you.
All right. I can keep going if you want me to. Hey, you know, I can keep going.
All right, man. You know, we like to have fun on these things, man. You know, y'all seem kind of uptight tonight. I don't know.
Oh, man, I'm loose and ready to go.
All right, man. Well, I appreciate your story, man. And how has DS Domination changed your life? I mean, how does it feel to actually be in something to where you are successful?
Man, I gotta tell you, Reg, you know, it's really been, here's a good example. This weekend I went on vacation, and during this vacation, you know, I wasn't penny pinching like I normally do. You know, I'm not splurging, but at the same time, you know, I can find a really nice hotel and not worry about the price. I just want a nice hotel. I can go to the restaurant of my choice, high-class restaurant, order off the menu. I don't care what the price is. Me and my wife are out vacationing. I want what I want, and I can afford it, and I can afford to tip big, too. So it's changed my life in a big way, and I laughed when I seen the student debt queen. Trust me, I know her pain. I got a lot of student debt as well, but there's so much pressure off me financially now. I still work a job. So people, if you have a job, you can still do this part-time and build up this business and build it up to the point where you're comfortable walking away from an employer. So you don't have to worry about, hey, you know what, do I have to do this full-time? No, you can do it part-time. Get started, build this thing up, and I'm telling you, trust the process. This program absolutely works. I love it. And I'm just so proud of everybody in DS Domination. The success stories just keep pouring in.
All right, cool, man. Appreciate it. And Sean, my co-host, man, if you want to jump out anytime and ask a question, feel free. I don't want to do the pastor thing, you know, like we normally do in the Hangouts. I'm going to turn it over to Sean. No, we're not going to do that tonight.
All right. I'll jump in on the next one.
All right, cool, man. So next, I am going to bring out Josh Jacobs. All right, he looks like he's 30, but he's only 22. And
Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I can hear you, man. So I know you want to jump out, so go ahead and share your story, man. You're absolutely crushing it, man. So tell everybody a little bit about yourself and what you've done thus far with DSD.
That's young money.
All right, thank you for the introduction. My name is Josh Jacobs. I'm 22 years old. I might look like I'm 30, but I'm not. And I live in Chicago, Illinois. Where do I start? I haven't been on a Hangout in a while, but I guess I'll start with when I first saw DS Domination, I knew that it was going to work because when I was 15 years old, I started selling on eBay, and I was making a good amount of money. I mean, for a 15-year-old, I was making a good amount of money doing it. I would have weeks where I made $1,000 in profit in a week when I was 15. So, the fact that I saw this business and I thought, okay, well, when I was 15 years old and I was successful doing it then, and I did it for a couple of years until I, started doing some other things, I thought, okay, anybody can do this business. And, the fact that this business model is attached to it is phenomenal. So from the minute I saw it, I knew that it was going to be something that blew up. I did things a little bit differently back when I was 15, but I started implementing the training, the day after I bought into DS Domination for $20, and I made my first sale with $100 profit in I don't know, like 18 hours or so. It was in under a day, and I thought that was awesome. It was $20. I made a $100 profit. I paid for 5 months of my membership in my first sale. I mean, it's a no-brainer. So I continued doing that for a little bit. And I don't want to go through, too much of the basics in the beginning, but really the turning point for me in my business, because I was making a little bit of money, but, sometimes we get stuck at a certain income level. Like we'll get stuck at, $500 a month or $1,000 a month, and a lot of people have trouble breaking through there. But what I did was I got all the products and I just fully committed myself, and not even just to learning everything in the training, but I fully committed myself mentally to, becoming a person that I visioned myself to be, if that makes sense. I had this vision for myself and where I wanted to be in my business, and what I wanted my business to look like, and I just basically took all the steps I needed to, within like a week to get there. I worked, honestly, I think I slept maybe 2 hours a night. I went through all the trainings for all the products. I didn't implement them all right away. I did a bunch of work on, the affiliate side. I did a bunch of different things. And that was really like the week in my business where my mindset changed and my results started rapidly changing right after that. And right at that point is when I started to believe, okay, it really all does start with your mindset, because people say that all the time, and I never used to believe it until that point. So, just like Dave, I told myself that 2014 was going to be my best year ever, and so far we're a little bit more than halfway done with the year, and I've already made double of what I made last year. So, and last year was I'm only 22, so last year was the most money I've ever made, which was like $30,000, and this year I've already made $63,000 with DS Domination, and over 10,000 already just in July. So obviously my life has taken a rapid change. It's incredible. I mean, I love DSD. I love, the sense of community we have. I love the unit of prosperity, which, by the way, if you're brand new here, you're in the right place, because not only are you getting an amazing company, which is DS Domination, but you're also coming in on the best team inside of DS Domination, where you get like $2,000 worth of bonuses just for joining with us for free. So that's something I wanted to add in there. I don't want to forget that. But, oh man, what was I going to say? One thing I do want to say, too, is that I talk to a lot of people, and before they join, they're trying to get the hang of everything, and they're in information gathering mode. And I know there's people out there right now who are in that mode where you just want to gather as much information as possible. But let me tell you something. For a $20 decision, don't spend hours and hours and hours and hours researching something, because you should value your time at more than $10 an hour or something like that, the amount it takes to do the research. Spend the 20, see exactly on the inside what it's all about, see all the bonuses that you get with the Unit of Prosperity, and learn as you go. Do you think any of us knew everything before we started? We all learned as we went, and that's really the key, because that stops people from getting to wherever they want to go. I'm telling you, I see it every single day, is that, you know, they want to know everything before they implement and take action. And Keisha says it the best: take imperfect action every single day. And that's exactly what you need to do. I'm sure that's what every other person on the panel did. I know it's what I did. So, you know, whether you're already in DS Domination or whether you're looking to join, just go for it, and you'll learn as you go. You don't need to be in information gathering mode forever. So that's pretty much my story. Thank you guys for having me, and I'm looking forward to the next live event. I could meet all you in person.
Okay, cool. And really quick, I'm glad you brought that up, because we do have people that take our Hangouts and put them on their capture pages and stuff. And so I have to throw this out there. And, you know, typically people wouldn't even say this on the Hangout, but I'm crazy, guys, so pardon me. But anyway, you want to make sure, if you want to join the Unit of Prosperity, make sure you are joining the Unit of Prosperity, because we do have people that do that, which technically they can use the video if they want, but I know some of you all are thinking you're joining us and you're not technically, because somebody has taken our Hangout videos and put it on a landing page. So to ensure you are joining the Unit of Prosperity, and I'm sorry, they're probably watching the Hangout, which I don't, you know, we just have to call it like we see it. But anyway, to make sure you're joining the Unit of Prosperity, what you need to do is, let me pull up my Hangout page here. Make sure it's this Hangout page. Anything else? Hold on, let me mute this. Anything else, or the Winning Women Network, you know, we have those Hangouts as well, which, you know, it's not the Unit of Prosperity. And you will see the copyright Stinson Marketing Group at the bottom, or Unit of Prosperity, which all of this stuff is copyrighted. So the copiers need to think twice about that. The video is not, of course, but all this other stuff is. So make sure it's on this page and not any other page that you see, or, you know, you can kind of verify as well through talking to the individual that you want to work with that's on our team. So I just wanted to throw that out there, because there were some situations to where people have contacted me saying that they thought they were joining our team and they were not. So had to put that disclaimer out there. But again, if you all are ready to get started, go ahead and click this green button here to get started. And if you need a little bit more information, which you shouldn't after this point, but if you do, for whatever reason, you can click this and watch, you know, a short sales video. Now, really quick, Josh, and then I'm going to come back and show something here really quick, but I can't right now. How does it feel to make $60,000 in a matter of months, less than a year, 22 years old, you live downtown Chicago, which downtown in any city, guys, is expensive. All right, so tell everybody, I mean, how does it feel, man, and how has this company really changed your life? I know you kind of shared a little bit, but
I mean, it's, you know, it's like you said, it's not all about the money. It's really what the money can provide you with, and that's just, you know, I live in a new condo now in downtown Chicago, and I have an awesome view. I was actually just telling my girlfriend, I don't know how I'm ever going to move from here, because I wake up in the morning with this view, and I mean, it's incredible. But, you know, we get to travel once a month, sometimes twice a month, and, you know, my business comes with me. It's all on a laptop. I like to eat good food. I finally get to eat good food all the time, and I love that. And really, I just, you know, I get to do everything that I really want to do, you know. And before, it's not that I didn't get to do everything I wanted to do without the money. It's just now, you know, I mean, it's hard to explain how I feel inside it, because like you said, sometimes I have to pinch myself to make sure it's still real. But it feels amazing. I mean, it feels absolutely amazing.
Awesome. And what do your friends think you do? Do they think you're a drug dealer?
No, they actually, I never recruit friends into a business. That's just something that when I turned 18, I did that, and it turned into a mess, and my friends were mad at me. So I never, ever will recruit a friend into a business again. But now I have friends who beg to join my business, and I tell them, like, I really don't like to work with friends, and then obviously I let them join. I just tell them, here's what you got to do, blah blah blah. But it's funny because I went from having to sell my friends into my business to now them literally begging to join. I mean, calling me, before I'm even awake in the morning, trying to get my link and trying to join my business with me. And it's great. I get to enjoy time with my friends, and we do, things that we weren't able to do before. It's awesome. They think it's awesome too.
Okay, awesome, man. Well, I appreciate you jumping out and sharing your story, guys. And basically, what we're trying to express to you all tonight, that anything is possible. Is first, you have to believe that it's possible, and the second thing is you have to take massive action. And basically, that's what we've all done here on the panel. We saw the vision, we acted on it immediately, and we took massive action consistently. Not trying to figure everything out, not trying to perfect everything and know everything. I've been with the company 10 months and I still don't know everything, and people get upset because I don't. But I don't think it's important to try to know everything. You should leave that to the experts, which is the people who created the company, in my opinion, while we focus on listing and building, doing the things that's going to produce you income versus trying to be the encyclopedia of DS domination. It doesn't make any sense logically. So I'm going to go to Big Sean in Canada. He just had a birthday. Couldn't even enjoy his birthday because he was making so much money while he was supposed to be celebrating. He couldn't focus. All the cha-chings and Amazon sales and commission notifications totally threw off his day, which sounds like a bad thing, but technically it's a good one because he's going to enjoy it this week. So, Sean, jump out and tell the world a little bit about yourself and how DS Domination has changed your life.
Sure. Thanks for having me on the Hangout, Reggie. As Reggie mentioned, I'm from Toronto, Canada. Actually, live just right outside of Toronto, born and raised. So for all you international folks watching, asking yourselves whether it's possible to make money with DS Domination internationally, well, I'm living proof that it's absolutely possible. I've been online for a couple years. I did other businesses online. I never really succeeded at them. And in the last business I was actually a part of, my sponsor, I didn't really like him too much. He's one of those people. He was like in the, how do I put it? He wasn't the type of guy that would sign you up and you never hear from him again. He would sign you up and make all these outlandish promises and never deliver. So he was like the worst kind of sponsor that you could absolutely have. But he sent me this video on DS Domination, and I checked it out, and there was no way I was going to join with this guy, but I saw the video and I thought, I'd sold a couple items on eBay in the past, and it was $20, and I wasn't having too much luck in any of the companies that I ever joined before. So I figured, I'll give it a shot. So, I checked it out, did a little bit of research, found some of Reggie's videos on YouTube, joined with him, and I really never looked back, But I wanted to at least convey the message that, for people that have seen my results on Facebook, if you know who I am, or maybe you've seen some of my YouTube videos, it didn't always come easy for me. I joined in November. I didn't have a sale for the first 2.5 weeks. I had like 20, 30 items up. I was struggling a little bit. So it's not like I had, huge immediate success. And in my second month in December, I signed up like 2 people. I had like $1,000 in sales on eBay. I made a few $100. It wasn't anything crazy special, but I was determined to make it work. And I remember on New Year's actually sending Reggie a little personal message saying, I'm going to make 6 figures next year. He posted something on his Facebook about who wants to join, make 6 figures next year, and I sent him a message. I might have had a couple drinks that night. It was New Year's Eve. But anyways, that's not the point. I sent him a message, and I said I was going to be one of those guys. And I didn't really believe it at the time when I said it, but I knew that come New Year's Day, my goal, people make New Year's resolutions, but I actually had a goal this year to actually make 2014 work. I was tired of failing online. I was tired of the massive debt that I had amassed. And fast forward through January, I had $7,000 in eBay sales. I made a few $1,000s. April, actually, I sold $30,000 of product on Amazon. I profited $12K. Just on Saturday that passed, I crossed $50,000 in affiliate commissions. I've earned well over $75,000 with DS Domination combined between affiliate and sales, eBay, Amazon. I actually was able to speak on stage at a live event. It's just my whole life has changed for the better because of this program. I've gone from somebody who had negative $429 in his bank account last August to somebody who just paid off 3 credit cards. And I think it was Dave that was just talking about being able to just do what you want to do. You know, I'm going to New York City this weekend. We have a fancy hotel down in Times Square. You know, we're flying in just for 2 nights. You know, got some nice seats on the airplane. And going to Yankee Stadium. I'm a big baseball fan. I'd never been down to New York before, so we got nice tickets down there. And you just don't have to worry about where your money's going to come from anymore, you know. So, and it was all because I started with 20 bucks. Like I said, I didn't go all in. I wasn't some big guru. I didn't have all this crazy eBay, Amazon experience. I just came in with 20 bucks, followed the instructions, moved up slowly. I didn't go to the next levels till January. I didn't go all in until February. Like I was 3-4 months in the program. I progressed slowly, and my results just came and came and came because I was working hard. I was working 18-hour days. I was sleeping on the couch for 3 hours and waking up and working again. And I was just willing to do whatever it took to succeed. And the results are there, and it's all paid off. And I just wanted to make the point too that, you know, I've had really good success on the affiliate side, but I'm an eBay power seller. I've sold $30,000 in 1 month on Amazon before. Like, the product works, okay? You don't have to be some crazy awesome internet marketer. I have a big team of over 400 people, and I can tell you right now, maybe 10% of people recruit on my team. The rest of them are just here doing the eBay, Amazon thing, and they're making good money. And I see results from all across the unit of prosperity making money every single day. So, you know, if you're watching this video and you're thinking, you know, you're on the fence about 20 bucks, you know, you can just see some of the stories of some of the people out here. We're all ordinary, average people who just came in with 20 bucks, worked hard, believed in the program, and, you know, here we are now telling you our stories. So you want to go ahead and click on the join button below, get back to the person that invited you to the Hangout if you have a few more questions, and get yourself started on this today. Like Josh said, like Keish always says, like, don't go do any more research. Just oh, I think somebody needs to mute themselves out there. There we go. But yeah, that's it, man. That's my story in a nutshell. I could go on talking for hours, but we'll give some other people a chance to tell their story.
Okay, awesome, man. So how does it feel, man, to go from a negative bank account to $75,000 in a few months?
Yeah.
I mean, how does that feel, and how has that changed your life?
It's Josh said it best. I mean, it's really hard to put into words. I still don't really believe it. You know, I used to be, my father used to always call me cheap. You know, you go to the grocery store and you'd see like the no-name brand of Caesar salad dressing next to the Kraft brand, and you get the no-name brand because it was like 40 cents cheaper. You know, and now it's like you go to the store and you just want something and you get it, and it's like, you know, you don't even look at the price tag. It's like whatever, right? But you know, somebody had sent me that note on Facebook the other day. It was a bit of a thing. I guess I posted my results, and I offended somebody. And when I post stuff, I don't mean it to be rubbing it in somebody's face. I'm just trying to show people that this works. And, you know, it got me thinking. I thought to myself, you know, I remember where I was last year, and it wasn't very good. So I just pulled up a bank statement, and I couldn't believe it myself. I didn't even realize. But August 1st, it was minus $429.86. Like, that was what my bank account had. I had an overdraft limit of $2,500, thank God, because all my credit cards were maxed out. I have, you want to talk about student loans, I got a master's degree in political science. I don't even use the darn thing. I got like $30,000 in debt out there too. And I just exhausted all my funds. So, you know, I had nothing left when I joined this thing, and I just used all my profits to upgrade. And reflecting on it now, it still hasn't really hit me, you know, about what I've accomplished. I think there's still more. That's why I still have a couple more credit cards to pay off. I want to pay off my car. I want to buy myself a bigger home. One day down the line, when I can stop hustling and I can kick my feet up, I'll reflect back. But it's pretty amazing to know that for a $20 decision and a little bit of hard work and following the program, that you can go from $0 to making a 6-figure income year, because this will be a 6-figure income year for me, and I couldn't even imagine ever earning that in you know, my former offline job. You know what I mean?
Awesome. So did you fire your boss? Because I noticed you said former.
I have plans. I don't want to get into them, but I have a leave coming up for 4 months. I figured, you know what? Why quit? I can make them pay me for 4 months.
Okay.
Once that's over with, I definitely plan on January going forward is going to be my final day at that employment.
Okay. Awesome, man. That sounds good, man. And I really appreciate you jumping out and sharing that. And I appreciate you saying that when you inboxed me, you said that you're going to be a six-figure income earner, but you didn't believe it. So we're not going to blame it on the alcohol. But
it might have been something to do with that.
Yeah, but the point is you said it, and that's cool because you have to say it until you believe it sometime, and that's probably the most challenging thing that most people encounter in business is the fact that actually seeing yourself being successful, because we all know life and death is in the power of the tongue. You know, we know about the law of attraction and everything, and that your words have power. But in the beginning, it might be challenging for most people to actually profess that, hey, I'm going to be a six-figure income earner, or hey, I'm going to be successful, especially when you're looking at, you know, your present situation at hand. You know, you have a negative bank account balance, or your car is getting repossessed, or you're homeless for that matter. It's a challenging thing, but I challenge each and everybody that's on here to say what you want, put it out there, and keep saying it until you believe it, and do what Sean did. Take the appropriate action to make it actually happen in your reality. And you know, he's a testament that, you know, anything is possible. So Sean, I'm going to pass the rest of the Hangout over to you, or not the rest of the Hangout, but you know, you can go ahead and take over and do your thing, buddy.
Awesome. So maybe you guys didn't notice, but I did shave today, unlike Reggie. You know, I had a big appearance tonight on the Hangout. I had to look good. Just wanted to throw that out in there. I'm going to bring up Kana here. Kana, why don't you hop on and tell us your story, since you've been patiently waiting. Go right ahead and tell us your story.
Okay, can you hear me well?
I can hear you perfectly fine.
Okay. So I got introduced to DS Domination, I think it was October. That I was introduced to DS Domination by Reginald Stenson, and I had been in this industry for a very long time, since 2002. I'd been in various MLM programs. Admittedly, I was a program hopper, but it wasn't for the reason that most people program hop. I really believed in this industry. I really wanted something concrete, except for the programs that I got into. They all seemed like, you know, it just wasn't it. You know, I'm a very kinesthetic person. I go based on how I feel. And a lot of these companies, I was doing well, but my team wasn't doing well. So I didn't have that feeling that this is it, this is the program. So when Reginald brought DS Domination to me, I was actually on the verge of leaving the home business industry altogether. I had just started up an SEO type of service where I was going to do that for small business. And when he brought DS Domination to me, I took a look at it, and I was thinking on the recruiting side, I'm like, okay, this is perfect. You know, just looking at the sales funnel, I thought people are going to be all over this. It's a low entry point. They can get in, do their thing, and, you know, this is going to be great. So I got into the company. Within the first 72 hours, I made my first sale, and that was really exciting. And I just started, you know, kind of promoting it, doing the affiliate side of things, until one day there was a 10K hangout just like this one. And I remember I was like, oh man, I want to be on the 10K hangout. I want to do that. So let me get serious with eBay. So I just started buckling down and little by little just getting serious with eBay. And, you know, just started growing my business on both the affiliate and eBay side. And on both sides, I have entered the 10K on both sides, eBay and affiliate. And it's just been a very amazing opportunity for me. This year, earlier in the year, I went through a lot as far as with my home. It had mold, so we had to move. And, you know, I'm a single mom with 2 kids, so you know, I was having financial problems, and DS Domination has just really, really changed my life. I'm now relocated to Georgia. This Saturday, I'm going to look at a home. I thought I was renting, but there's a possibility that I could purchase a home. So I'm doing that this Saturday, and then next Tuesday I'm going to buy a car. And so that's going to be, you know, used car, of course, but it's going to be straight cash that I made with DS Domination. So this business has just been very good for me, very good for my family, and I've appreciated the community and everything that we have going on here.
Awesome, awesome. So anything else you have to buy? I mean, you're buying new houses, new cars. Is there anything else you're buying this weekend? Or?
No, I'm pretty good with that. You know, it's, you know, just the new house, the new car. That's where I am. That's where I'm going.
Talk about the team aspect of what the Unit of Prosperity brings and how important the team aspect has been for your success and your team's success.
Oh, well, the community that we have as far as Unit of Prosperity, I mean, it's just really great. I've made so many lifelong friendships with the people in Unit of Prosperity. It's unlike anything that I've ever been a part of. I've been a part of many different companies in the past, but the camaraderie and just the connection that we have as part of, you know, the Unit of Prosperity is just amazing. You know, we do things other than just being online with one another. We're doing meetups and getting together and doing masterminds. So it's been absolutely wonderful. I don't think that I could have met any greater people in my life than the Unit of Prosperity, because everybody's just been absolutely wonderful, and we have an amazing team.
Awesome, awesome. Well, thanks for coming out and hanging out with us. Congratulations on all your success.
Thank you.
And I'm going to let's bring out Mr. Excitement here. Let's get this hangout going crazy. Kerry, what's going on, brother?
Woo!
I don't even gotta ask you questions, man. Just jump right in. Just jump right in. Tell us your story. Let's get going.
Oh man, guys, let me tell you, guys, man, the stories that you're hearing right now, guys, and if at any time, you know, you want to join now, you don't even need more information, guys. For real, you don't really even need more information, because I tell you what, you know, I'm not even gonna bring no props. Normally I got props. I ain't gonna bring no props here tonight. Guys, my story is just like a lot of everybody else's here. But I'm gonna just keep it real. Everybody's like, oh, you know, I really didn't come in here for the recruiting and stuff. No, I am here to recruit, okay? Because I have to wash away the sins of dragging teams from business pillar to post. We've all done it. We've all done it. So I'm here in DS Domination to wash away the sins of all the people that I have dragged from this company to that company. Now, case in point, all low-cost entry companies are not created equal. Let me repeat that so we all understand. You might see something for $1.75. You might see something for $5. You might even see something for $10. We've been there. Reggie knows we've been there. They're not all created equal, guys. Right now, when I got into this thing on a favor because of Reggie. Reggie said, hey, I'm jumping out of the matrix. You can stay plugged in because you look like you're all supercharged, but I'm out of here. He unplugged from the matrix. I stayed in the company thinking I was going to make some money. I was like, go ahead, man. Do what you got to do, man. I'm staying over here. Because you're going to happen. That's going to happen. You're going to be in business with somebody, and that might be your sponsor even, and they may go left, and you might decide to stay right. Well, when he went left, I decided to stay right, but I kept an eye on him. And when I kept seeing his Facebook wall, cha-ching, and PayPal this, PayPal that, I knew he was doing something, but I was so blinded over here. I said, you know what? Let me really take another look, because I'm not making no money right here like that, okay? And if he says he's not going to recruit, he's just going to make money on eBay, and I saw it coming in, I said, you know what? I got to take a look at that for real, seriously. And I had to humble myself. I had to do what Danny Johnson, okay? I've been the First Steps to Success. Love her teaching. What Danny Johnson says. She says you need to weigh your ego, but I kept an eye on it. Okay? So when you're weighing your ego with your bank account, you might be saying, well, you know what? Oh, I'm not going to go over there because he just wants me to follow him. No, my ego was too big and my bank account was too small. We needed to change that. Okay, $20,000+ later, this is where it's changed. Now the bank account is this big, and the ego is this small. Because I decided to say, you know what? I understand the copy and paste. I understand people are selling crazy things. One of our teammates, she just sold a back scratcher, a flipping back scratcher on eBay. Okay. Another person, a team member of mine, she sold some flipping worms. Okay. So guys, it's not about we can make money here, but I said I need to save some of the lives. I can't save everybody, but I need to save some of the lives that have ran into my path, and I have signed them up in this program, that program, this other program, that other program, and I thought they could do it. Now, I really didn't think they could do it. I hoped that they could do it. And what was my hope? My hope was them being able to stay in a program that required recruiting, and if they would learn how to become a recruiter, they might just make some money past the 90 days. And we all know that doesn't happen. But right here is where the rubber meets the road. One of my team members, they're 63 years old, and he has over 670 items listed. Another team member of mine just got off the phone with eBay this week, and he went from 700 items to 1,000 items for $150,000 in volume. Guys, these are the lives that I want to help. Those two people are non-recruiters. 90% of my team are non-recruiters. Yeah, you may see Denver Dave, Coach Lakeisha, they can recruit, but the rest of people, they can't recruit, and we are making money saving the lives of people that have been through the MLM graveyard, and they're so tired of being burnt out, and they want to sell a back scratcher. They want to sell some worms. They want to go out there and make some regular type of money without having to be Mr. Kirby vacuum super salesperson, stand on the corner, walk up to everybody in the mall. You know, do you keep your options open? Do you keep your options open? Do you keep your options open? We don't do that here. We copy, we paste, we post, we cha-ching, we share the success, and people just coming. I just gotta say one more thing on the unit of prosperity, guys. I just met a lot of these people down in Vegas. You know, Sean, you know, everybody, Val, Reggie. You know, and when I met Reggie, he was 50 pounds lighter. You should see one of his old pictures. Throwback Thursdays, he's gonna put one of them old pictures. He was like skinny, you know, and it was such a blessing to be in a company where, one, I made the money to make it to the event, and it was out of my profit. Every other company I've been in, I had to use my own money to make it to an event. Now, when you make it to an event on your profit, this is what you're here for. You're here to make profit. And when I made it to Vegas and I seen everybody and I seen all the lives being changed, Becky, everybody, UOP taking it over, guys, I said, you know what? I am here in the right company, but more so than the right company, unit of prosperity. I don't got my shirt on tonight because normally I'll say UOP certified. If you're watching this Hangout and it's not on a page where you can see 12,000 plus comments and all these faces that you've probably seen all over the place, and you don't see people talking UOP, 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 you're on the wrong page. Make sure the page that you're on is UOP certified and you're joining the right team, because that's what we have here. And I just can't wait to help as many more people. Some people don't talk to me no more because I led them down the wrong path. But there's still other people out there that I know that I can help. And I'm going to retire my wife this year from the JOB before 2015 hits. December 31st, she ain't going to be working nobody else's job. I'll tell you that right now. Thanks to DS Domination, and I will be shortly right behind her, because this is what I want to do. I want to help more lives. I want to keep cha-chinging. I want to become an FBA ninja like Nikki and dominate that Amazon side and just help more people. That's about it, Sean. Back to you, baby boy.
Eric, you're doing it. First of all, you're not wanting to do. You are doing it. Now, really quick, I don't know if you told this because I actually had to mute everything out. I had to take a phone call. But really quick, I don't know if you told people why you were actually upset with me. For real, the reason why he didn't join. But this is my perception. I could be wrong, but I'm gonna throw this out here, and this is gonna be funny. Okay, so really quick. So prior to us getting in, he was like one of the first people I showed this. And in the other company, he actually ended up taking money out of his 401k to get out the products, which I understand. And see, he must didn't say nothing because his head done went down. So he took money out of his 401k to actually buy out the products, which I understand. Kind of when you do stuff like that, you get emotionally attached to the process. Like, hey, I'm gonna make my money back. And basically, he almost went off on me a little bit. You know, Carrie be turned up sometimes, so he wasn't trying to hear nothing I had to say. So I'm actually glad that he took action. I mean, after doing all that, we'll talk about that a little bit. I mean, going from doing that and being attached to that process, because that's one of the things that kind of kept you there and to where you are now, $20-something thousand in. I mean, how was that transition for you, and how are you doing now? You know, have you recuperated? I'm sure you have, but I just want you to talk a little bit more about it.
Yeah, that was one of the things just recently. It was one of my biggest paydays in DS Domination, and I was finally able to secure enough of the money, okay, to pay back the remaining of the 401k that I dipped into blindly, because it was, when I'm telling you, it was super shiny ball syndrome. Okay, sometimes, guys, you need somebody there to smack you, like Ren and Stimpy. Somebody needs to smack you. But recovering from $3,500, and I really needed to stop at the level before. And I said, I'm not gonna blame Reggie for me jumping in, going all in, and spending the dipping into my 401k, spending $3,500 to quote unquote go all in on blinded faith. Now there's faith, with some realistic stuff behind it, and then there's just straight blinded faith, but I didn't blame him. I blame myself, because I should have really pumped the brakes. See, over here, and you got sometimes you got to practice forgiveness. You got to practice just let it go. It's a learned lesson. But over here, there are products that go all the way up to the $1,500. But we're not forcing you to get any of that, because when a CEO says, if you can't afford it, Roger says on his webinar, if you can't afford it, don't get it right now. Keep cha-chinging and use your profit to make that up, to pay for it itself. And that's what all my team has done. Started out from the bottom, and now they're here. So I know without DS Domination, I would still be paying off, that $3,500 401k loan, that I took out, that I think is before taxes or after taxes, some craziness like that. But don't be like me, guys. 1995, get yourself started and work your way up. You don't gotta, beat your uncle over the head and borrow the money from this person and say, oh, it's $1,500 or it's $3,500. No, 1995, get your foot in the door, start making that money, because I spent that money with that 401k thinking that I was gonna make it back in 30 days. Over a year later, I'm still paying it back.
Okay.
But not anymore, baby, thanks to DS Domination.
And that's the cool thing about it, and I'm gonna give back to Sean, is that I did some crazy stuff too to get to buy the product, and we're not bashing the company, but here's the reality. We spent all that money on something with faith, and we didn't even know what we were doing. Now, it's a difference between not knowing what you're doing and not knowing everything. We honestly didn't know what we were selling. We were just kind of doing stuff and spending money and not really making any money, and it's kind of pathetic now that we think about it. So to actually go from all that to where we are now, I mean, it's absolutely amazing. So thank you for jumping out, Carrie, and Sean, I'm going to pass the torch back to you, buddy.
Awesome, awesome. And Carrie makes a good point too. I mean, like I said, I didn't go all in until like February. I was like 4 months in before I went all in. I couldn't afford it, right? So, you know, we're not telling you to come in, join all in, and you know, you're a wussy if you don't. You know, just come in, get started at the $20 level, and you know, work your way up from there. If you have the money, great. If not, you know, $20 and work your way up. All the panel on here is living proof that you can do that. So, anyways, I'm just gonna go left to right, keep this thing easy. I think I see DeJohn over there. Why don't you hop on, buddy? Tell us all about yourself.
Hey, how's it going, Sean? Can you hear me okay?
What's going on? Yeah, you can hear you loud and clear, brother.
Okay. I guess I can start from kind of the beginning. My name is DeJohn Paris. I'm a reserve Marine now. I was active duty maybe a few months ago. Now I'm in the reserves right now currently. I'm 24 years old, living down here in North Carolina. I first started with DS Domination back in November. My mom, Kay Reddy, had shared an event about eBay. I was selling on eBay for the last maybe 3 or 4 years before I seen her event, and I was doing a couple sales here and there, doing it completely wrong, and I ended up getting that account shut down like right before I had joined DS Domination. So I was like, oh, I'm kind of screwed. But now I got it back up and running. I seen the event, I seen the Hangout just like this. And then I clicked more information down there on the right-hand side, watched Roger's training, going back and forth from Amazon to eBay, and I was hooked ever since. I went in, listed maybe about 5-10 items, got my first sale within the first 7 hours. I think it was like a $20 profit, and I knew this was, you know, what I wanted to do. I slowly progressed up and, you know, started buying all the products, and now we're here, you know, maybe about $13,000 in profits to this date from last September. Maybe 4,000 from the affiliate side, and the other 7,000-8,000 is from Amazon and eBay. So we live it.
Wow. So how does it feel to be in the reserve now, not an active duty?
It feels awesome. I mean, the Marine Corps is my passion, my life. If they call me back, I go back, you know, in a second. So, you know, I don't have any, you know, regrets about joining the military or anything like that, or dropping down to the reserve. But it just allows me to, you know, start creating a better life and a better future for myself and my family.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome, man. So $20 decision. So you say, how long did it take you to get all the products? Did you work your way up with your profits, or?
Yeah, I worked my way up with my profits. I started at the pro level. I maybe went up to elite, the next level, within the first month with my profits. And then I just slowly started, you know, after I got elite, I started getting all the products after that. My sales and my profits started, you know, to skyrocket. So I was like, all right, I can get everything now.
Cool, man. Well, congratulations on all your success so far. I'm going to keep this panel moving along here because we got a lot of people to get to, but thanks for coming out tonight.
Oh, yeah, no problem.
Awesome. I'm going to move this over to our newest 100K earner here, Miss Keisha Bass. Why don't you hop on and tell us about yourself if everybody already doesn't know who you are.
Awesome. Hey, thanks so much, Sean, and I'm excited to be here on the panel tonight. And I didn't get the chance to, like, you know, hang my check like Reginald did, okay? My check is still, like, you know, just behind my chair. Anyways, but I'm excited to be here. Like most everyone that's on our panel, the cool thing about it, I started, you know, the same way, right? I didn't come into DS Domination with like this huge downline from another company, and I was like, you know, I'd already done 6 figures online. I started from the very beginning. I started at the 1995 level because I had been laid off, right? I've been laid off from a job, And I just was like, man, I'm not going back to punch a clock. I mean, I was just like I was crazy enough to believe that I could absolutely do that, and I could do it online. And so I was just looking for something, and something was looking for me. Actually, that's how I like to say it. Something was looking for me, and it was DS Domination. It came like right when I got the emergency letter that says, hey, your unemployment is going to be cut off December 28th, 2013. And I said, man, I got to make something happen here. And so I got started. I watched the videos, and at first I was like, eBay, are you kidding me? Like, you know, I need to do something that's going to produce an income where I can keep my kids in private school, and you send me a link about eBay? So I got started, and within 24 hours I made my first sale. So your results may vary, right? I don't know, you know, you may get in and you may get a sale in 4 hours. I mean, I know some people got in and got sales in 4 hours and all kind of stuff, right? But, you know, I got in 24 hours I had made a sale, and at that point, Sean, I knew that I was like, oh, this is a gold mine right here, because I've been in the industry since 2008, you know, and over 600 videos, and I can't show you, you know, from those videos back then, you know, any profit, but, you know, they paid off for now, right? But so I've been in the industry since 2008. I've seen like so much stuff, and like many people, I was in companies and you know sponsored like 2 or 3 people, right? And you know, promised them, oh my God, this is the one. You know what? Get started. You know, all we need to do is get 3 people and get 3 people, and you know what? This is it. You know, we're gonna be millionaires, right? And that didn't happen. So when I got in here, just see results so fast on the basic level, right? Because I've been in companies and you had to like upgrade. You had to keep upgrading to get the real good stuff, right? It's like, okay, you just got the basics, so you just get like the bare bones, and you got to upgrade to the next level in order to get the really good stuff, and then you upgrade to the next level, and then it's like, oh no, you need to upgrade to the next level to get the really, really good stuff, and you're like, oh my God, I spent, you know, all this money, you know, and I'm nowhere, right? I'm right where I started it from. So I was so excited. It was so refreshing to get inside the company. Within 24 hours, it was 1995. My first sale, the profit was about $6. It was $6.99 if I want to be exact. So I was like, well, dang, I've almost made in profit the amount that I paid for my first month of membership. This makes sense to me, okay? And so I just, you know, like many others, I didn't have all the money to go all in or whatever, right, to buy all the products. Even I wanted to, right, because we were living literally like, I mean, our mortgage was behind. We were just living, you know, like we can't afford to really do much, you know, much here. I couldn't even afford to advertise, really paid advertising, because, you know, that didn't make sense to me when I had things to pay. But I just started out with free marketing. I was doing Facebook, YouTube, got started, and then not last month, I'm almost dating it. This month we actually hit, you know, 6 figures, like $100,000. Okay, like I could look at my back office and I'm like, oh my God, $100,000 in 10 months, all from this desk right here with this computer right here.
Wow.
Reginald convinced me to upgrade to an iPhone, so I do have an iPhone. But with this iPhone, just doing videos and just connecting with people, and just I like how you guys talked about belief, because when I first got started, okay, Reginald, who, you know, he sent me this message, and I talk about this all the time. Reginald sent me this message and said, you are going to be a 6-figure income earner. And he was like, you can believe it or not, but it's going to be. And when he wrote that to me, I was thinking to myself, like, this dude is crazy, okay? This dude right here is crazy. But you know what? I kept saying it, right? I kept believing. And what you continually hear, you will eventually believe. So even though I didn't really believe it, like day one, I still got up every day and I said, you know what? Money flows to me easily and effortlessly, right? So it has to come to me. You know, I am the person, I'm the right person, I'm in the right place, and it's the right time. And so I have $1 million ideas every day, right? So DS Domination just one income stream, but it's just, money's everywhere. It's just flowing everywhere. So I'm excited to be here. So thanks for having me, Sean.
Awesome, awesome. That's fantastic. $100,000 in 10 months. That's crazy. Congratulations. Talk about how it felt to get called out on stage and be a presenter and a leader in an organization for somebody who's been around since 2008, never had that type of success, and now you're a leader, one of the top 10 earners in the company, giving a speech on stage. How did that feel?
Man, you know what? I was in Vegas and literally was just, I need to pinch myself, right? Like, is this really happening? And it's like, well, yeah, it's really happening because you've done the work, and that's what I kept telling myself, right? You've done the work. You've become the person, right? So why not you? Why not you be on stage? And that's really the, where it becomes, why not you, right? Why not me make $100,000 online? Why not make $200,000 or $300,000 online? And it's not cocky, but it's like, we've come through life so much and we've just settled. You know what I'm saying? Like even if you think about going to get a job, right? And that's why I didn't want another job, right? Because I didn't want anybody to tell me how much money I can make. That was really, I was like, I'm done with that life, right? I am worth more than what any amount they can put on the check. And I'm like, no one's going to tell me how much money I can make. So I always tell people, I'm not down on jobs. I'm just up on opportunities, okay? So, and this, is a big opportunity, right? E-commerce is huge. I just got a box in. That's why I'm so excited, too. I just got a box delivered to my house. I'm literally going to just, process a label, right? And I'm going to send it into Amazon, and I'm going to wait for them to send me some emails and tell me the stuff's sold. This is it. I mean, man, what the heck? I'm like, this is love. I mean, I'm in love. Like, so I get excited. I get excited when I think about how amazing this company is, man. I'm serious. So, yep.
Awesome.
Did we lose you, Sean?
Well, we thank you for coming out. Can you hear me? Sean is plugging up his battery. His battery's dying, so I'm taking over here. But thank you for jumping out and sharing your story. It's absolutely amazing to see where you've come from and how you have grown over the past few months. It's absolutely amazing, and I'm glad you put it out there that you built your business on free advertising, because a lot of people think that you have to spend a whole lot of money up front to get to your status. So really quick, for the people that are watching, tell everybody how exactly you built your business with free advertising.
Okay, so really quick, how I did it is that I use YouTube, okay? And so when I got started, I did $10,000 in 90 days with free advertising, okay? Everybody on this panel, they know I did 10 grand free advertising. I use Facebook every day, okay? Like, I love Facebook, right? It's nowhere in the world that I couldn't even connect with this many people if I went to the coffee shop all day long. And so I did Facebook and I did YouTube. And I just recorded my life. I recorded, I marketed about, taking my kids to school, everything. It became my marketing. So that's what I did.
All right. Thank you for jumping out. And we're going to go ahead and jump to Ivy here really quick because I know she has to run. So Miss Ivy Harris, if you can unmute yourself and tell the world about you. Thank you, Keisha.
Okay. Can you guys hear me okay?
Yes, we can.
Okay, great. I'm so happy you guys asked me to be on the panel. I try to play the background as much as humanly possible these days because I've done it. I'm just going to be honest. This is my 13th company since I was 18 years old. I originally was introduced to network marketing, and I saw it. I got the whole idea. I saw the whole you bring 3, they bring 3, we bring 3, we're all going to have 3, and we're all going to be millionaires. I got it from the get-go. The problem was it wasn't a right fit for me. Even if I could get the results and get 3 times 3 times 3 times 3, my team couldn't get anything. I've been in companies where I have just been, oh my goodness, been spending and throwing money at everything. Any and everything that moves, I was throwing money at it. And so finally I got fed up, after my husband had a little sick talk with me and said, okay, babe, that's enough. And I said, but one more time, please. I know it's online. We can do it again. I know I can do it. And just let me research it. In 2008, when I saw the internet boom, I started looking online for something. And let's say, I spent some money. I wasted some money on a whole bunch of training programs that had a lot of let's just say fluff, a lot of rainbow, you know, a lot of leprechauns and tulips. And I bought into it, and I thought I was going to have the pot of gold. And I was dishing out money after money after money. And again, my husband came and said, babe, you need to stop. And I said, oh, please, just this one more time. Please, please, please. I'm so close. I know we can do it. And this is when I was in another opportunity. And I connected through a mutual friend, and I kept seeing his post. And so I sent him a personal message, and I think Reginald heard the desperation in my post. I said, Reggie, please be honest with me. I need complete honesty. Can you really make money with $20? That's it. He sent me back, all caps, yes, smiley face, smiley face. And I remember I was like, okay, I'm going to trust you. And if this does not work, I'm going to come back to you, and it's not going to be good. And he just looked at me. And so I took a chance. You know, some of you I'm seeing some of the questions down here, and you're asking, can you really do it on 20 bucks? How does it really work? Well, okay, let me tell you, I signed up in the week of Christmas. I joined. We got that notice to go ahead and take everything down for, you know, shipping items and all of those kind of things, so you won't get in trouble. Well, I heard don't do anything for a month, so I didn't touch it. I'm telling you how insignificant $20 is to your budget. I didn't even miss it. Never thought about it. Never gave it a second thought. Never even went to my bank account to see, oh, when is this coming out? It was even though we were on a tight budget. Even though I was not splurging with money, I didn't miss it. And so my husband asked me, what about that whole eBay thing you joined? I said, oh, let me go back to that. I probably should look that up and see how that works. You guys, I had forgotten login information, what my email address I used to sign up. I had to get all of that again. I finally went back in, took it serious, third week of January. By the second week, I had already made $200. Your results may vary. Let me just throw that out there. I went in with full force listing like a beast. So don't sit here and think that you're going to list one product and you're going to get $200. Stop kidding yourself. What I'm saying is I went to work after being stuck on stupid for a month. I finally put what was taught in the training to work. I just crossed the $10,000 mark in profits from sales. I'm not even talking about affiliate stuff. I'm talking about sales. I didn't upgrade to get any of the other products because I was done with that until after I had made $3 off of a $20 investment. So yes, you can make money at just $20. It depends on you, though. It depends on your effort and how much time and energy you're going to put into it. I was doing it very part-time because I'm a stay-at-home mom. I have 3 kids who I homeschool. Okay, I was trying to squeeze something else in. My husband didn't really want me to do it. I still made it work. You can have success here, unlike all the other programs, and I'm not knocking, but this is actually a duplicatable system that you can do, and if you decide to recruit, your team members can do as well. I didn't want to recruit. Recruiting came to me. I was posting results, and people were begging me, please tell me, what are you doing? Show me what you're doing. There has to be some kind of way, and for like weeks, I was saying, nah, I don't really want to do the whole team thing. Been there, done that. They couldn't really. Finally, I took a chance on a friend, which I never do. Sent her a link. She got it right away. And within 2 days, she sold her first product and made profit. I was sold. Now, anytime somebody asks me, we have to go through interview process. Do you really want this? Are you really going to do the work? Because I don't want you to be on my team if you're just going to spend money like I did. Don't waste, you guys. This is an opportunity that you don't have to waste. Back to you, Reggie.
Ashley is going to Sean, but I'll take it. All right.
We didn't coordinate that. Sorry.
Yeah, cool. So what I will say, because I was about to type something, but what I will say, guys, is you've heard a lot of stories. We have more, so you want to make sure you hang in there. But go ahead and click the green button to get started. You don't have to wait until the Hangout is over to take action. Once you click that button, the link will open in a new window. Make sure the person who referred you to the Hangout name is there on the screen before you fill out the application, because I know sometimes people get excited and they just want to go ahead and get in immediately, but make sure your sponsor gets credit for referring you to the team. So Sean, I'm going to go ahead and give it back to you, buddy, and you can bring up the next person.
Awesome, awesome. I'm going to bring up Lakeisha here. She's been sitting here quietly right since the beginning. So Lakeisha, unmute yourself and tell us your story.
Hello, Sean. Can you hear me?
I can hear you fine, yes.
All right, great. I hope my screen doesn't freeze up. I was brought on board by Carrie Mr. Excitement. I have been in the industry. I've been a registered nurse. Been a nurse for almost 20 years, coming just up on 20 years. And my goal for the last 16 years was to fire my boss. You know, so Carrie introduced this business to me. I think I saw a post, you know, something on Facebook. It may have been, I think it was Hey Ready, and she was talking about her son and how he had made money. And I'm like, wait a minute, you know, I need to know about this, because at that time I was working a full-time job as a registered nurse, was not getting my full-time hours, which resulted in me not getting my full-time pay. So being that, you know, I was actually out looking for another job when one of my nurse coworkers had joined me, because she saw me post a link, you know, so she joined me and she made over $2,000. So I'm like, okay, you made $2,000. I need to look at this, because I bought into it. And, you know, just like Ivy said, I sat on it for a couple of months, and I listed my first item December 2nd, trying to show Mom how easy it was, which I really didn't know. But I showed Mom, hey, I'm going to post these 2 items. Got back to Atlanta, went to work 2 days later, and bam, my phone was laying on the counter at work charging, and the cash actually sold those 2 items. The next night, I mean, it was like gangbuster. I worked 12-hour nights. I would not go to sleep because I had to list more items. So that week, I can't remember if I sold 8 items or 11 items. So I was sold. I mean, like, write the check, count. I mean, I was sold, okay? So in the first week, and results may vary, I made $1,070 something. So at that point, I knew that I was going to be all into this thing, and I was going to own every product because I saw that it could work. And just like many others, you know, I always tease and say that I sold everything but cracking cars. Well, now, you know, I talked to eBay on yesterday, and they increased my limit from 80,000, they doubled it to 160,000. So tonight rather, I'm gonna pull an all-nighter like I'm on my nursing job, because I have to list. And I'm like, you know, now I can list. I mean, I hadn't sold a car before, but now I can sell a Bugatti, I can sell a Maserati, you know. So I am definitely glad to be here. Carrie introduced me to this. Carrie Mr. Excitement. I can't help to, you know, I guess you're going to give me for calling them old, but seriously, we have been in other programs together. But when you build the kind of friendships that we have, like what we have here with the Unit of Prosperity, you never lose. You know, you never lose what you have. And I'm just so happy to be a part of the Unit of Prosperity. I was able to quit my nursing job and replace my nursing income and still not have to worry about my bills. You know, being home alone, oh well, you know, I'm still getting things done. And just like someone had mentioned earlier about their husband, I could remember when me and my husband were together, you know, I'm trying to get him like, come on, you got to believe in me. You got to know that this is going to work. He was like, you putting out money and you're not bringing in any money. Until you can show me a positive in the bank account from that business that you are earning more than you paying out, I don't want to hear it. So I am so happy that today, as a matter of fact, my husband, my ex-husband, is now my business partner and should be on this Hangout. You know, I'm pretty sure he's on the Hangout, and he can attest to just what I'm saying, that, you know, I finally found the right one that I don't have to beg and push and pull. And whether I get it on the affiliate side or whether I get it on the eBay side is very doable. So again, if you're sitting on the fence, you only live once, Get off the fence, call somebody. You got your cell phone on your hip, call for a ladder. Get off the fence. Get the $20. And I think somebody said it earlier. If you don't have $20, you have no reason not to get started. You know, I had a guy who's been following me, and he's like, well, I'm going to get started, but my girl is taking all my money. I'm like, well, you need to get another girl, or you need to get started. Point blank. You know, you just can't sit around and expect to get different results when you're not doing anything different. So again, if you are partnering with the unit of prosperity, you can't go wrong. Plug in, follow the simple copy-paste method, and get it done.
Awesome. That's a fantastic story. I always love hearing your energy, and congratulations on firing your boss. You know, we have people firing their boss every single day with DS Domination. It's absolutely phenomenal. I've never seen anything like it, especially since we have people doing it just on the product side. They're not recruiting. They're just selling on eBay. They're just selling on Amazon. They're doing the e-commerce side of things, and that's absolutely amazing. Thanks for sharing your story. I'm going to bring out my next guest here, Ms. Valerie Mason. Val is one of the top earners in the whole company. I think she's like number 9 or 10 on the all-time recruiters list, so she's just absolutely tearing it up. Val, I will let you tell your story before I tell it for you.
Hey, Sean, thanks a lot. My name is Valerie Mason, and I live in New York. I've been a single parent for about 20 years now, so I've been through a lot of struggle, and my story is probably just like yours. I was also looking for businesses, just something to help me make a little extra money to take care of my 2 kids. I ended up on welfare very early in life with 2 young children, and I just needed a better way. So I just kept searching, and I kept failing, and I like to say that I fail forward. So I'm going to fast forward about 20 years of doing things that are just bizarre and things that just didn't work. And I was introduced to this business by someone I was in a previous opportunity with, and she introduced me to DSD, and I got started, and within 2 days I got my first sale. And within a week, the person who brought me in disappeared. So you will never see my sponsor on this Hangout because she is gone. The only thing I had left was the training and the unit of prosperity. And that's where everything just came together. In my first month, I was able to make $3,000 in profit. And your results will vary, but just like someone else said, I worked hard. Now, I worked this business completely part-time. I worked full-time as a legal secretary, but I would come home and I would list and list and list all night long until I was tired, till my eyes were red. And before I knew it, I just said, you know, I'm having so much success with this business. I'm just going to start telling people and see what will happen. Now, I'm not like a lot of people on this panel where I had all of this experience in marketing. I had 0. I never had a team, never had an experience with the team. I didn't know where to begin. But I just followed what was in our UOP marketing site, which is something you will get for free when you join. And I used that training, and I used the team. I leveraged the team. And I was coachable. I listened to people. One of the people I listened to is on this panel, and that's Reginald. Reginald said, do something. I did it. And before I knew it, life has been almost a dream. It really has been. You know, I had the opportunity to speak on stage in Las Vegas and tell my story. I travel quite a bit. I'm always on the go. I take care of my family in a way that they deserve. I'm completely out of debt. And I'm in a position right now where I make more money with my part-time business in DS Domination than I make with my full-time job. So if you want to talk about how things have changed, that's what it's done for me, okay? And I think what a lot of people need to understand is that when you join a business, especially something like this with such a low entry point, I mean $20, really, what do you have to lose, okay? Now, as being a single parent, and I'm sure a lot of you who are not single parents have been through your own struggles where you wonder how you're going to pay your bills, or you're not going to pay your cable bills, you're going to pay your cell phone, you're not going to pay your car notes, so you can put food on the table. You know, are you going to go to bed at night and your heart race because you don't know where you are going to be, how are you going to feed your kids the next week? Does your heart race and you can't sleep, and then you get up and you're tired, you go to work to a job where you can't stand? I mean, how long are you going to live this life? What do you have to lose? You have to lose stress. Stress is what you have to lose. You have the chance to make money and take care of yourself, take care of your family, take care of your retirement, go on vacations. What do you have to lose? You have to lose the struggle is what you have to lose. You have poverty. That's what you have to lose. And what you have to gain is freedom. The freedom to take care of bills, the freedom to go wherever you want to go, the freedom to quit your job. That's what's at stake here. It's not just the $20. You have got to look at a big picture when you join a business like this. It is more than just about the money. It's about what it's going to do for you, do for your family, and maybe do for your children's children. You don't know where this can lead. I've made over $60,000 with DSD, and it's only been, what, 7 months, 8 months for me? This is an incredible story for me because I have to think about, what did I do? I was coachable. I followed training. I listened to the team. And that was it. That's the secret. That was the whole recipe. So for you who you're wondering, $20, what I have to lose? Man, stop. Okay? You have to lose the poverty mindset. That's the first thing. And then you have to walk into abundance. So that's it. That's my story. Just please, just walk into abundance. It's waiting for you.
I don't even know if I have any questions to follow up on that thing. I mean, you just laid it all out there. How does it feel to out-earn your full-time job, and how did it feel to, I'll ask a two-part question, you can talk about it both. How did it feel to speak on stage at the event in Vegas as a recognized leader in the company?
Well, I had the pleasure of sharing the stage with you, of course. It was amazing. I went to Vegas and I had someone come and do my hair and my makeup and get me all pretty as if it was, you know, the Academy Awards, and I got on stage and I was so nervous. But then I looked out into the stage and I saw so many of our team members from the Unit of Prosperity, and before you knew it, it was all okay. It felt great. And then I got off the stage, and so many people were receptive and wanted to talk to me. So many people who were not on the UOP, wishing they were with us, wishing they had joined the right team. So just like everyone else on this panel, I know I'm in the right place. I know I'm in the right team, and I know this is the right time.
Awesome, awesome. That's a fantastic story. Thanks for sharing, Val. I'm going to toss this one over to Kay Reddy. Kay, why don't you unmute yourself there and share your story with us?
Hey, Sean, can you hear me?
Yes.
Hey, again, this is Kay Reddy. Just to kind of quickly share my story with you, just like a lot of people on the panel, I've been in everything, the shiny ball syndrome, whatever you want to call it. Been there, done that, it didn't pay. I was introduced to DS Domination from Reginald, and I did it because I trusted him, I believed him, and I just did it. I wasn't excited about doing it, but I did it, and I figured that $20, I didn't have anything to lose. So I joined. I spent my $20. I was coming up on the next month where the $20 was going to be due again, but my son had started to, you know, watch it, and he and I were talking about it, and at the time he was 13, he's 14 now. He started getting involved and listening stuff and making money, and I'm like, okay, if he's 13 and he can understand it, I know that most cases our children are a little bit more computer savvy or tech savvy than we are, but I figured that if he could do it, then there was really no stopping me. So I decided to start listing some stuff, and that's what I did, and I got some sales. Because I really love this industry, I knew that recruiting was an option or a route that I wanted to take. So I did. I am a licensed real estate agent. I absolutely love the real estate world, but one part of being a real estate agent is that you can go months without getting a commission, because the fact of the matter is you can have as many clients as you want. If you never make it to a closing and the house actually closed, you never get paid. So we're talking sometimes 45 days, as long as it could take 6-8 months, just depending on what kind of deal that you're involved in. So like a couple people on the panel have said, I know what it's like to struggle. I know what it's like to not have. I know what it's like to, and I'm married, so, you know, I know what it's like. I'm not a single mom, but I know what it's like to have to go to Volunteers of America to, be able to get your children stuff for Christmas. And as a parent, that is a hard thing. So for me, DS Domination has been totally life-changing. It has been totally a blessing for me. I've crossed over $20,000. I'm getting really close to $25,000 in total profits and commissions from DS Domination this month, which is, what is this month? I don't know, July. I am really close to having my first $10,000 month. We still have a couple more days left in the month, so I'm pushing it. But I mean, just to look back on my life and where I've come from, and to look at where I am now, it has truly been a blessing. And for those that are watching, like everybody have said, $20, that's nothing compared to what you're able to gain, what you're able to learn, what you're able to do. $20, I would spend that over and over again 100,000 times just to be where I am right now with what I have in front of me. And like everybody else has said, the unit of prosperity is the team to be on. And I keep blinking because I am about to burst out in tears, because this company has just been a blessing. And I cannot thank Reginald enough for him to have believed in me and to see past what I was able to see in myself. Has just been an absolute blessing.
Awesome. That's a fantastic story. Thanks for sharing. And before I continue on with questions, I just wanted to make sure everybody knows that if you're ready to get started, you can click on the join button below. Carrie always says this, you don't even need to click on the get more information button. I don't even know why we have that thing there, to be honest with you. I got to tell Reggie to get that thing out of there, because you don't need more information. Just click on the join button. It's $20. We've spoken about it. It's just amazing the stuff you're going to get access to. I'm not even going to get into it, but just the team environment, the trainings. You've heard of all of our stories tonight. And, if you're not ready to get started now, you're never going to be ready to get started. I'll just tell you that right now. So click on the join button, get going. Wanted to pass this over to the next panelist. I think it's our last panelist of the night. It's been a long night. Ms. Jennifer Glidden. So Jen, can you unmute yourself and tell us all about your story?
Hey, Sean, thank you. Can you guys hear me okay?
Yes, crystal clear.
Awesome. Great to be here tonight. Great to see everyone out. I'll keep my story short and to the point, because I think you guys here tonight have already heard that this is the real deal. It really works. It's only $19.95. You can just click the button and get in right now. My story, I'm a stay-at-home mom in Charlotte, North Carolina, and my son is young. He's almost 2 now. And it has just been the most amazing business for me. I got in, and I watched Keisha post things on her Facebook wall for almost a month. And I thought to myself, oh, those are just a couple dollars. I want those bigger commissions, right? I didn't want those weenie commissions. And I realized that I was actually being too proud to make money. And maybe you're sitting in your seat right now and watching this and thinking, yeah, $6, what's that going to get me? But I think if you've watched and listened to the stories here, there may be small beginnings, like Becky's story of starting with $100 profit that first month. It may be a small beginning, but my personal story is I started off with $1,000 profit my first month, doubled it again the third month, hit $10,000 my 5th month in the business. People go to school for years and years, take on tens of thousands, even hundreds of thousands of dollars of debt, and they never make that much money in a month. And what you have in front of you right now can change your life. So what has it done for me and my family? I've been able to take a 2.5-week West Coast tour. I was able to meet up with almost every single one of these wonderful people on the panel in Las Vegas and speak on stage and just enjoy life and not worry about how much it cost for hotels. I wasn't sleeping on people's floors because I couldn't afford a hotel. These things start getting taken care of because you know that more sales are just going to keep coming in. I just bought a new car, not a new car, but a used car, new to us, a lot nicer than my last car, cash, no debt on that. We just installed some new faucets in our house. You know, the builder grade faucets were terrible. They were falling apart after a year of living here, and we finally decided, you know what, we're just going to get some nice faucets. And it's the little things that they don't have to cost a lot of money, but when you have that margin in your life, then you can start upgrading little things. I have a little Bluetooth mouse that just came in the mail that's going to make me more productive from Amazon. But here we are, we're putting the best systems in the world to work for us. Amazon, eBay, those are best in the world platforms, and you get to use them for your business. So all I can say is click the button, get involved with us. We have the best team out there. The person who invited you cares about you. We care about you. We want to see you succeed. So come join us.
Awesome, awesome. Thanks for sharing, Jen. What would you say to all the stay-at-home moms or all the moms out there, some of the stuff that you've been able to gain from being able to stay at home now and not have to worry about your income or going to a job? What has that done for you and your family?
Well, it's pretty cool. Now I've actually exceeded my husband's income, and so we'll be retiring him at some point down the road. But I've just worked this business when my son has been sleeping, at nap time, or after he goes to bed at night, and fitting it into the little bits of time. You know, I don't think anyone here really works their business 8, 10, 12 hours a day. This is a part-time business, and so for stay-at-home moms who are watching this, you can fit it into your schedule, and it starts adding up. You know, you just do a few listings a day, you build a pipeline, it starts adding up. Before you know it, you're making more and more money a day. I'm not going to make any guarantees. We've already talked about that, but very, very powerful business model, and it's really awesome to know that you're creating an income, you know, especially if you used to have a job and you're staying at home now. Some women really struggle, and I've seen some of my friends struggle with they want to stay home, but they want to have an identity outside of just being a mom, and so I think that this business is perfect for that.
Awesome, awesome. Well, thanks for sharing your story. And guys, I think we're going to close up with Jen's story there. It's been a pretty long hangout, but I hope you guys have enjoyed it. As you can see, we have a wide variety of special people here. We have stay-at-home moms. We have people still working their full-time job, doing this part-time. We've had people who've retired, former nurses, former military folk. We have people like me who are international folks, not in the U.S., having strong, huge success with DS Domination. And all of us are just ordinary, average people who came in at the $20 level. We worked hard. We took massive action every single day. We believed in this business. We got behind this business. And most importantly, we got in with the unit of prosperity, okay? And I don't say that lightly. I'm not saying you cannot be successful joining other teams, but joining with the unit of prosperity gives you access to the top team in the company, an undeniable awesome group of leaders that are here to support you and answer all the questions that you have and provide you with all the support that you need. Reginald is always going above and beyond, adding new capture pages, new training videos, new logos, whatever you need, he's got. And it's all coming your way, just practically, not practically, it comes your way for free when you join with us, really. You get access to the Facebook group. There's like 12,000 people there to help you. You're not going to find a better team in DS Domination. You're not going to find a better company in the home-based business industry, period. So you want to go ahead and join today, or if you have questions, get back to the person who invited you here. I don't have anything else to say. Reggie, you good, man? You have anything else to add in there?
No, I don't. Thanks,
all
everybody.
Right.
Have a good night. Russell Simmons.
All right, guys. Click the button below. Get started. Enjoy the rest of your Monday evening, and we will see you next week. Oh, actually, we have a. Do we have a call tomorrow, Reggie, that you wanted to talk about to invite people to?
Yes, we do have a. Let me take the camera off you. We do have a leadership and development. We're actually going to do a webinar tomorrow. So whoever invited you to this event, make sure you get with him to get that information. We're going to share with you how to create prosperity into your reality and how to become a leader in this industry as well. So that is happening tomorrow at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And again, get back with whomever invited you for more information. So you all have a great night. Click the link below to get started. And we look forward to welcoming you all into the Facebook group, to the team. Take care and God bless you all.
Thank you for watching. For more information, go to the About tab and visit my website. You'll see it right there in the description. It's partnerwithyvonne.com. Again, www.partnerwithyvonne.com.